Hey everybody, well, welcome to episode 4 of the Millionaire Monday series. Now last week we spoke a little bit about the 4 disciplines of execution, and hopefully you had an opportunity to check out that video by Chris McChesney that really drives home my point of not just having a plan, but following that up with the activity and actions in order to execute on that plan and to have those numbers show up at the end of the year, or to have your goals and objectives, whatever they may be, show up at the end of the year. So in your world, I guess one of those would be to earn commission, right? And not just to earn commission, but for many of you have tapped into this because you want to earn $1 million or more in 2020. We all know in our world that means sole mandates. The person that controls the stock controls the market. So my question to you is, have you done your scoreboards yet? Have you set your objectives? What is your WIG? What is your wildly important goal? Is it so many mandates? Is it a rand value of mandates? Are you tracking that on your scoreboard? Have you set down the lead measures for that? You know, the things that you can actually do, the action items or activities, like appointments. Are you tracking each of your appointments in week 1, week 2, week 3, and how many you've done against the benchmark, or calls, or whatever it may be? And do you have an accountability partner that's just checking in with you every now and again to make sure that you're doing those action items? Because until we do that, we can't actually move on, right? Otherwise, it's just a glorified plan that never gets executed. And in my world, that's called a dream. And I want you to realize your dream. So make sure that you tap into that 40X system, check out the video. And if you want to go the extra mile, you can find the book, 4 Disciplines of Execution, on Amazon or on Take-A-Lot. So check it out. But today we're going to be talking about something following on from that, actually, something that ties into the last 3 episodes about having goals and objectives for yourselves in different spheres of your life. This episode is called Just Do It. So a few episodes back, I spoke about dreams and goals and objectives and desires that you should have for yourself, and not just in the business realm, but actually in all spheres of life. You know, family and friends, to personal, to spiritual, to financial, to business. You should really set yourself goals in each of those different areas. If this is the first episode that you're watching, you might want to go back to episode 1 and 2 to find out what I'm talking about. But hopefully by now, you've done that. You've set those goals and objectives. Maybe you've even tapped into the 40X philosophy and started monitoring, certainly from a business point of view, monitoring your activities to lead to results. But I want to talk a little bit about how to get things done, because it's cool starting out and everybody's excited. You get that honeymoon period for the first few weeks where you do the activities you need to do, and then life happens and you start falling by the wayside, and all of a sudden you're not making the calls and you're not doing what you need to do. So here's something that I follow. It's something I learned from Jack Canfield, who wrote all the Chicken Soup for the Soul books. You guys heard of that? Chicken Soup for the Soul. Well, he also wrote a book called Success Principles. And it's something that I follow every single day. As many, and I've got them here, that's why I'm using my phone. So as many goals and objectives that both Vicky and I have for our life, for our family, and for everything that surrounds us, our environment, it's difficult to achieve those without actually actioning some of the little things every day. And it's those little things that make a big difference. So what the hell am I talking about? I'm talking about doing 5 things every day. 5 things towards 1 or more of your goals every day. Now I know we spoke about 40X and your business side and mandates and appointments, etc. I'm talking about outside of that environment as well. Like maybe for you it's that, or me, it's that you want to improve your golf handicap. You know, you're looking after yourself, your personal side. You want to improve your golf handicap as an objective from 15 to 10 over the next 2 years. Well, if you know golf, you know that it's not an easy game for starters, and 2, you're going to have to put some effort in. So maybe one of the things that I'll write down is practice for 15 minutes today at the driving range, or rather tomorrow. Maybe one of the objectives you had was maybe to lose 5Ks. One of the objectives I'm then going to write down is, did I go to gym tomorrow, or will I go to gym tomorrow? write that down. It's something to do. That one of my objectives for this year is I want you to read 10 business books. Well, a little thing I'm going to write down to do tomorrow is to just read 3 pages or 5 pages or 10 pages or whatever catches your fancy. But you see where I'm going with this? Writing those 5 things down means that by the end of tomorrow, before I go to bed, I must have at least done those 5 little items. It's 5 tiny steps towards one or more goals that we set for ourselves. Maybe your ambition is bigger than mine. Maybe it's to own that dream home or dream car or holiday or whatever. So then that little step would be, did I go online and research some of those types of homes I'm looking for? Or did I open up a magazine that showed different holidays that I could potentially take my wife or kids on? Whatever it may be for you, each of us has got different hopes, dreams, and desires. The way to execute that is to take little incremental steps towards it. 5 things every day. So like I said, what I do in the evening before I go to bed, I write down, I look at my goal list, and I've got a number of things here that I and as a family or unit as well, we want to achieve. I look at that goal list in no particular order, and I go, hang on, there's something. Let me read out one out to you here. One of those is that we want to take this year 6 weekend family breaks away. Well, if I just put that in there and I do nothing about it, that's useless, isn't it? So what I'll write down is tomorrow, research. Well, I don't write it down because it's a phone, so I'll type it in, but research little weekend town breaks that we can go on, like Sutherland. I don't know if any of you have ever been to Sutherland and seen the stars at night in winter. I mean, it's amazing. So that's something we want to do. So write it down. And what is it going to take? Maybe I look up a B&B or how far it is, etc. Again, just getting into that habit. Another thing that I wrote down the other day. So here I want to attend 26 of my sons and daughters' sports matches this year. So I know that tomorrow there's a cricket game on. So I want to write that down. Go and watch Matthew's cricket game in the afternoon. 5 things, 5 little things. And by the end of the year, you do those 5 things every day for 365 days. Little incremental steps. It's amazing what shows up at the end of the year, those goals. So what am I saying? Just write it down, just go ahead and just do it. Just do those little things. Reading 2 pages, making that phone call making 2 phone calls to clients every day, writing those personal notes, going to gym, eating 1 healthy meal tomorrow as opposed to 3 unhealthy meals. Whatever it may be, just do those 5 things, but just do it. Write it down before you go to bed, and tomorrow wake up, look at it, and make sure that before you go to bed that following night, you've done those 5 little items. And by the end of the year, I guarantee you some of those results, some of those goals that you set for yourself, they will show up. Have a great day.